Did you know that France has the most Nobel Prize in Literature winners in the world? This might come as a surprise to some, but it's an accolade that France proudly holds. The rich literary history of France is steeped in poetry and drama. It's a land that has given birth to some of the most celebrated writers and poets, from the Romanticism of Victor Hugo to the existentialism of Jean-Paul Sartre. This mosaic of literary prowess has not only shaped France's cultural identity, but has also left a profound influence on the world. French literature has a knack for attracting talented poets and writers from around the globe, making it a melting pot of literary ideas and styles. So, if you are a book lover, France is indeed a paradise for you. The country's literary prowess is a testament to its rich cultural heritage and its enduring love for the written word. Here's a surprising fact. French was the official language of England for about 300 years. Now let's dive into the historical context of this unexpected truth. The Norman conquest of 1066 introduced French as the language of the royal court, administration, and culture in England. This linguistic influence was so strong that it seeped into various aspects of life, and French became the language of the law, the church, and the arts. It was not until 1362, nearly 3 centuries later, that the Pleading in English Act was passed, reinstating English as the official language. But the French connection didn't end there. The English language was forever transformed, enriched with a vast array of French words and expressions. So the next time you speak English, remember its French connection. France, with its beautiful city views and artistic vibes, is the most popular tourist destination in the world. A veritable magnet for culture explorers and lovers of life's finer things, France attracted over 79 million visitors in 2022 alone. From the serene vineyards of Bordeaux to the glittering lights of Paris, the country offers an array of experiences that cater to every kind of traveler. The allure of France extends beyond its physical beauty, its rich history, vibrant art scene, and of course, its world-renowned cuisine, all contribute to its status as a tourist hotspot. The cultural significance of France is deeply rooted in its past and present, influencing the world in countless ways. Whether it's the romance of Paris, the tranquility of Provence, or the glamour of the French Riviera, each region has its unique charm. It's no wonder that millions of people fall in love with France every year. Did you know that kissing on the train platform in France is technically illegal? Picture this. It's the early 20th century and soldiers are about to depart for the front lines of the First World War. They're saying their goodbyes, stealing long, lingering kisses with their loved ones on the train platform. It's a romantic sight, but it's also causing quite the delay in the train schedule. And so the law was passed. No more prolonged farewells on the platform. But don't worry, if you find yourself caught up in the romance of France and feel the need to plant one on your partner while waiting for the train, you won't get in trouble. The law might still exist on paper, but according to current local practice, there's no penalty for indulging in a little platform PDA. So remember to save your kisses until you're off the platform. Or don't, we won't tell. In France, placing a baguette upside down is considered unlucky. Now, this might sound peculiar, but there's an intriguing historical tale behind this superstition. This belief dates back to the grim days of medieval times, a period marked by public executions. When an executioner came into town, the local baker would reserve a special baguette for them. The reserved bread was placed upside down on the shelf, a silent signal to other customers. Over time, this practice of inverting a baguette came to be associated with the arrival of an executioner, and by extension, with death and misfortune. Even though centuries have passed and times have changed, this superstition has endured. So, while it's unlikely that you'll encounter an executioner in a modern French bakery, the upside-down baguette remains a symbol of bad luck. So, be mindful of how you place your baguette when in France. French people eat over 25,000 tons of snails each year. Now that's a lot of escargot. This classic French cuisine, often associated with extravagance and sophistication, is actually a staple in many French households. Preparing snails for consumption is a labor of love. The snails are first purged of impurities by feeding them a diet of herbs. They are then cooked in a flavorful broth of garlic, butter, and sometimes wine. The result is a dish that is tender, succulent, and brimming with rich flavors. But the appeal of snails goes beyond their taste. Snails are a nutritional powerhouse packed with high-quality protein, essential amino acids, and a range of vitamins and minerals. They are also low in fat, making them a healthy choice for those watching their waistline. So, if you're adventurous with food, try the snails when in France. You might be surprised by just how much you enjoy these little gastronomic delights. French people consume more cheese than any other country in the world. With a passion for cheese that transcends traditional culinary appreciation, each French individual indulges in roughly 58 pounds of cheese per year. Now that's a lot of cheese. And it's not just about quantity. The country is renowned for its diverse cheese repertoire, boasting over 1,600 varieties. Each type tells a unique tale, reflecting the rich regional cultures, artisanal skills, and historical traditions that have shaped French gastronomy. From the creamy camembert of Normandy to the blue-veined Roquefort of southern France, each cheese offers a sensory journey that is integral to the French way of life. This love affair with cheese is not just a gastronomic delight, but a cultural phenomenon that binds the nation. The annual production in France reaches a staggering 1.7 million tons. So if you're a cheese lover, France is your heaven. The hairdryer was invented by a French hair salon owner, Alexander Ferdinand Godefroy. An interesting nugget of history, isn't it? Picture this, the year is 1890, and Monsieur Godefroy, in a burst of innovation, creates the first hairdryer. A far cry from our sleek appliances today, it was an enormous stationary device, a hood that clients would sit under to have their hair dried. Over the years, the hairdryer underwent numerous transformations, becoming smaller, more portable, and increasingly efficient. As it evolved, it revolutionized hair care, providing the means for hairstyles previously unimaginable. It gave birth to an era of blowouts, diffusers, and hot air brushes, forever changing the way people style their hair. From its humble beginnings in a Parisian salon to its ubiquitous presence in bathrooms around the world, the hairdryer has indeed come a long way. So every time you dry your hair, remember its French roots. It was illegal for women in Paris to wear pants without a police permit until 2013. This peculiar law, with roots stretching back over 2 centuries, was introduced for 2 main reasons. First, pants were seen as a symbol of masculinity, representing the common uniform of men. Wearing pants was seen as a direct challenge to traditional gender norms and roles. Secondly, pants symbolized the rise of the working class against the bourgeoisie. Workers wore pants, while the upper class wore more formal attire. This law, therefore, was also a symbol of class oppression. It was not until January 2013 that this antiquated law was finally abolished, freeing women in Paris to wear pants without needing a permit from the police. So the next time you put on pants, remember the long journey women have traveled for this freedom. There are no stop signs in Paris. Yes, you heard that right. The city of love, croissants, and the Eiffel Tower also happens to be the city without stop signs. But why, you may ask? Well, Paris operates on a unique traffic management system where vehicles on the right have priority. This might sound a bit chaotic, but in practice it works quite well. The system was designed to fit the city's historical street layout and to reduce congestion. It's all about flow and movement. After all, in a city as bustling and vibrant as Paris, who has time to stop? And while it might take some getting used to for visitors, it's second nature to the locals. So if you ever find yourself driving in the City of Lights, remember this golden rule. In Paris, vehicles on the right have priority. So when driving in Paris, remember, vehicles on the right have priority.